This video brought to you by our Patreons. Please consider supporting this channel and joining our Patreons at patreon.com/NovaWing24.
Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. So here we are on Sunday the 6th of June. I was about to say 1944, but that's not really going to work, is it? No, we are in 2021. Of course, a very important historical day this is. But we are going to get started with the new releases for the simulation world, starting with from developer Orbix, their first aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and with the release of their EA7 Edgeley Optica. So this is a absolutely fascinating aircraft. It really is. Only ever produced in small numbers. It provides. It was designed as an observation, low-speed observation aircraft that offered the stability of and the observation capabilities of a helicopter, but with the long loiter times and the efficiencies of a fixed-wing aircraft. As such, the cockpit is actually essentially the cockpit of an Alouette 3, simply attached with a set of wings and a ducted fan at the back. And as I said, it is a fascinating and interesting looking aeroplane, that is absolutely for sure. So produced in small numbers during the 70s and 80s, some of them still do survive to this day in operations with various observation roles around the world. Now, this incredibly highly detailed rendition of this aircraft encompasses the full 270-degree panoramic view of the aircraft from the cockpit, including and accurately models the flight dynamics and the performance of the aircraft, including its almost 8-hour endurance with its loiter speed of 81 miles per hour at around 40% power. And we actually did a live stream over on my Twitch channel last night, where we actually got a chance to speak with the developer and go through and actually get an experience of this aircraft and fly around the world and some of the unique characteristics and freedoms that have been produced with this model. This is not only is it a highly detailed external model, it also includes highly accurate flight dynamics and engine performance, along with the weight and ballast, the weight and balance and ballast system that is actually in the real aircraft is also fully modeled as well, and the quality of the textures is just absolutely incredible. It really, really is. Now, if you wanted to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for Microsoft Flight Simulator direct from Orbix for about $16 or your original equivalent. It is coming to the in-sim marketplace, but anticipate that coming out in the next few weeks. If you want to pick this one up now, pick it up from Orbix Direct, available now. Continuing on with Orbix releases, this time into scenery. So this week, the release of their latest airport, Silts Bay State Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator from developer Bill Womack, also the developer, the creative energy behind I Blue Yonder. It produces this highly detailed Oregon regional airport. It's not even a regional airport. Well, no, it is a regional airport. Hard service runway, single runway ops, but it gives us incredibly highly detailed rendition of this airport with all airport buildings and layout modeled as it appears in 2021, and fully supports a variety of seasonal weather conditions as well, including snow. Includes custom ground polygon, custom airport, all airport buildings modeled as I said before, full support for PBR as well, and based on original on-site photography as well. And you can pick this one up for $9 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix. Continuing on with scenery releases this week from developer Terra Pearl Studios. So this week, the release of their latest airport with their release of Molokai Airport for MSFS, also known as Hulahia Airport in Hawaii. This airport services the island of Molokai, providing primarily a GA flying, but is also serviced by the regional commuter Mokule Airlines with their Grand Caravan operations as well. So this airport gives a highly detailed rendition of the airport as it appears in 2021, including full support for all full PBR technology throughout, full HDR lighting used throughout as well, includes custom corrected terrain elevation mesh for the airport and surrounding area, with including partial interiors and a variety of custom objects included as well. Also includes updated airport data, including VASI, light position, and parking spots included as well. And you can pick this one up for $13 or your original equivalent, available from Terra Pearl Studios. Continuing on with scenery releases, developer Latin VFR. So this week, the release of they brought over their rendition of Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, from Prepared and brought it into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So this is it is a port over, but it's a high quality port over. They looks like they have not actually done any updates, so this is possibly going to look a little dated now. So we are looking at, I believe, 2020 layout of the airport, or so 2019, 2020 layout of the airport. Otherwise, the models and the scenery have been updated to support the latest MSFS technologies, including full support for PBR materials as well. They have also updated some of the airport buildings, though, to now use parallax and terminal interiors rather than custom poly monster interiors as well. Includes full accurate runway sloping of runway 10 right and 28 left, as well as the taxiways and aprons surrounding it as well. It also includes a variety of city buildings and landmarks for the downtown Fort Lauderdale and Port Everglades areas are included as well. If you are an existing owner of the prepared version of this, there is a discount code available for you to get this at a reduced price. But if you are picking it up new, you are looking at $18 or your original equivalent, available now from Latin VFR. And rounding out the Microsoft Flight Simulator release news this week, after circling back to Orbix. Orbix was a very notable should we say, icon that was released at the NVIDIA keynote technology speech earlier in the week. As Orbix partnered with NVIDIA to release the Landmarks Taipei Genie District for MSFS as freeware. So this actually featured at the start of the keynote address, where you actually saw a VL3 soaring and flying its way through downtown Taipei. And it was all the building custom created by the team at Orbix for NVIDIA. And then it's now been released to all of us mere mortals as well, including 18 distinct POIs included here as well, including Taipei 101, Taipei Nanshan Plaza, Cathay Landmark, City Hall, World Trade Center, International Trade Building, with a lot of Easter eggs in here as well. We also got a chance to have a look, as I said, on the developer diaries with Orbix's Ellie, when we were covering off the Optica, and it looks absolutely stunning, particularly at night. And you can pick this one up, available for free from Orbix Direct, available now. Moving out of MSFS and moving into the world of the legacy ESP Sims, with the release of Ponta Delgada Yao Polo 2 Airport for Prepared V5, this time from developer MK Studios. So this is a highly detailed rendition of this airport as it appears in 2021, with up-to-date ground layout and stands, custom terrain imagery for the airport and surrounding area, with custom terrain mesh and full implementation of PBR materials on taxiways and runways and major airport buildings as well. Includes a simplified interior terminal model, custom night lighting, including support for dynamic lighting as well. And you can pick this one up for $16 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. Moving out of the ESP world and moving into the world of X-Plane 11. So a few releases this week. So the first one actually was a release from last week that I actually missed. And this is from the X-Aero team, with another one of their enhanced flight models. This time for the default C90B that ships with X-Plane 11. So again, I have to question this a little bit. I said it just feels a little odd. As I said, it doesn't include any models or sounds or any updates to that. It's just purely a flight model update. It does claim to correct various issues with the stock flight model, including correcting the engine ratings and performance. It gives the accurate cruise, high altitude cruise performance. The takeoff and landing distances are also improved and made more accurate to the pilot's operating handbook. Climb rate on single engine, stall speeds, and a variety of other things have all been updated as well. Look, as I said, I'm just going to straight come out and say it. Same as I said last week when we were talking about the one for the Baron, is that it just seems that $25 for an update to an airfile and nothing else seems a little excessive. It just seems a little odd. That's all. So as I said, your mileage may vary. If you're after it, this could be the one for you. But as I said, it just seems a little odd for me. If you want to pick this one up, pick this up for, as I said, for $25 or your original equivalent, available now from explain.org. Continuing on with X-Plane releases, this time for a BizJet for X-Plane, with a release this week from Nitavo Sims. So the release of their Citation CJ4 Proline 21 aircraft today. So this was a highly detailed rendition of the Citation CJ4 business jet, for X-Plane 11, including a highly detailed 3D model both externally and internally, with all aircraft animations accurately modeled, including functional baggage doors, GPU, hydraulic, and fuel panels, all active and operatable. Includes a set of 4K PBR textures, as well as a custom paint kit also provided as well, with including custom interiors in 2 different passenger cabin design options. A highly accurate aerodynamic flight model, tested with performance taken for in-flight measurements, flight data recorders, and custom performance tables, with high-resolution image and performance model of the Williams FJ44-4A. High-resolution avionics with a highly detailed rendition of the ProLine 21 avionics, with a realistic simulation thereof, including custom DCB, CCP, and FGP 3000, with custom PFD menu items, MFD menu items, and dual systems supporting the FMS navigation, and radio tuning pages and auto sync with the real, just like the real units. If you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $50 or your original equivalent, available now from xplane.org. Continuing on with scenery releases for X-Plane 11 from developer Thai Models. So this week they released their rendition of King Abdullah's International Airport in Saudi Arabia. So this is the main Saudi International Airport, named after King Abdullah's Al Said, and inaugurated in 1981. And so this is the hub of Saudi Arabia's flag carrier, Saudia. This is a highly detailed rendition of the airport as it appears during 2021, including 4K textures used throughout, highly detailed, accurate models of all major airport buildings, support for SAM jetways, and full support for PBR texturing on airport buildings and on-ground textures as well. And you can pick this one up for fairly high price of $28 or your original equivalent, available now on xplane.org. And rounding out the X-Plane 11 releases from developer Axios, so the release this week of their rendition of Gold Coast International Airport in Australia. So this highly detailed rendition of the airport, dual runway operations, was a highly detailed, accurate representation of Gold Coast, including the new apron and taxiway as it appears in 2021, with full support for 3D grass, custom HDR night lighting, and PBR textures used throughout. Fully supportable with SAM animated marshals, animated airport vehicles, and fully color corrected and orthophoto for the surrounding Gold Coast area as well. Also, full support for World Traffic 3 and Just Flight Traffic Global Ready support included as well. And you can pick this one up for $19 or your original equivalent, available now from their Gumroad store. Moving out of the world of flight simulation and moving to the world of the permanent way from developer Just Trains. So this week, their latest track release for Train Simulator 2021, with the release of their Devon Mainline Highbridge to Burnham to Plymouth route add-on. Well, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So this is a highly detailed rendition of 100 miles of track throughout the Devon countryside, which is an area which the Great Western Route linking London to the West Country dates back to the 1800s. This particular rendition is a current modern-day rendition of 100 miles of route from Highbridge and Burnham through to Plymouth. Includes 14 authentic stations and a variety of custom POIs, along with custom Devon countryside, including the Dawlish Seawall. Includes 8 standard scenarios and 4 free roam scenarios, as well as being fully supported for the quick drive compatibilities as well. And you can pick this one up for $35 or original equivalent, available now on Steam. Sticking with the ground level, but moving on to the racetrack, at this time from developer Razor Studios. So this week, their first major expansion pack for Automobilista 2, with their Racing USA expansion pack. Now, I'll be honest, this expansion pack is a little bit weird. And it almost, and fundamentally, it's actually the first of 3 expansion packs is what this is. Okay, so this is as I said, the Racing USA expansion pack comes in 3 parts. This is part 1. You can choose to either buy just part 1, or you can choose to pre-buy all 3 for a discounted price. So this part 1 includes 3 new tracks, includes Daytona International Speedway, WeatherTech Laguna Seca Speedway, and Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, as well as 2 vehicles, the DPI class, 2 sets of vehicles, including the Cadillac DPI VR and the BMW M8, Corvette C8R, and the Porsche 991 RSR. And as I said, they look pretty good, looks pretty cool. It's kind of interesting that they're doing this. Why not just wait a little bit or just release it as 3. I don't know. But anyway, if you are wanting to pick them all up together, you're looking at $40 to pick them up all together, or $15 each. Available now on Steam. Continuing on with racing, but racing on wheels, but something a little bit slower. So this week, the release of Tour de France 2021 from Cyanide Studio. So this is I'll be honest, I've never quite got, I don't quite get the cycling games. But anyway, so this is a cycling game representing the Tour de France in 2021. Including all 21 stages of 2021 route is faithfully reproduced, and updated to my tour mode with more customization options, more realistic peloton behavior, revamped objective systems, blah, 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 blah. It's got a lot more official licensing included here as well as a variety of custom races and some unofficial races outside of the Tour de France setting, with a couple of new game mechanics. Mixed results coming in, mixed reviews coming in from the user base. But if you want to pick this one up, you can pick this one up for $40 or original equivalent, available on Steam. At the same time, also from Cyanide Studio, we saw this week the release of Pro Cycling Manager 2021, which is their annual release of their Pro Cycling Manager franchise. Again, looks kind of interesting. It very much shares the same kind of stuff. Like literally the top line description of these two games is identical. This one just seems to focus a bit more on career mode. A lot of negative feedback coming from the user base, which is always a bit of alarm bells for that as well. And I don't know. Look, here's okay. And if you want to pick this, if you want to pick this one up, this one's coming in same price, $40, or you can pick them up for $10 off if you buy them as a pack together. Look, I'll be straight up and say this, at least maybe for the Tour de France title rather than maybe not the cycling manager side of it. It's like the Zwift, but you're not working it out. Like I honestly, it says that you have to have a controller to play it. I have to wonder, what controller is it? Is an Xbox controller fine? Do I need to hook my bike up, my kicker up to it? Like, if you're gonna do this, and don't get me wrong, like it looks pretty good. Why not just go for Zwift and actually hook your bike up to it and ride the stage? Like, Zwift, you got Zwift, and there's and the other one that escapes me at the moment. I really should know it because I use it to do my pre-race practice. Ruvi, that's the one. Yeah, have a look at those, because the Ruvi AR is really, really cool. Like, you can actually hook your bike up to a trainer and actually ride the actual course like it is in real life. I have done that as part of my practices before races. So anyway, personal opinion there. Moving out. And there we go. These two titles are available now on Steam. And with that, folks, that wraps up the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter and on Twitch. Just search NovaWing24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.